All right, so my name is Maria Suarez. I am a Spanish professor, associate professor here at Tallahassee Community College, and today I am going to be doing a presentation about promoting students' interaction and creating community through audio and video comments. And I'm going to show two tools to use to do this, two things here. So the first thing that I want to talk about is a little bit about online teaching. We all know that online teaching has its own challenges. One of them, for example, is interaction among the students and among the student and the professor. The more interaction that students have with the class, the better or the more successful they are going to be. So that's always a challenge in online classrooms or online teaching. Also, the engagement that you get from the students. Also, of course, you have to design the class in a very different way that you would design your face-to-face classes. So that's another challenge that online teaching presents. And also how you assess your students in the online classroom or the online teaching. So, another thing is creating communities is one of those buzzwords, important words that are out there talking about online teaching. It is very important for the students to know that they are not just isolated there, just taking a class by themselves. They have to feel that they are part of the learning process. So that's the student engagement. Also, they have a sense of belonging. If you create communities in the classroom, online setting, they have a sense of belonging. Yes, the teacher cares. I am part of this class. And then, of course, they notice the teacher presence. So it is very important to create all these things to create a sense of community in the online class. And what are the results of creating communities? Well, the student success and retention rates go up. So in my online classes, I thought, what are the challenges that I have, and how can I make the class more engaging to my students and give them more of a sense of belonging and engagement and help them succeed? So the first thing that I thought is, well, I am going to need some tools. And I once read someone saying that you don't go to the garage, pick up a hammer, and say, ooh, what can I make with this? No, you first say, ooh, I have to make a little side table. Let me go to the garage and pick up the hammer and the nails and everything. So sometimes we think, oh, I'm going to use PowerPoint. I don't know what for, but I'm going to use it. No, we want to look at what is it you want to accomplish and then find the right tools. So the first thing that I wanted to accomplish with my specific class was I wanted to help my students with pronunciation. Obviously, I teach Spanish, so I thought there's something that I could do to help them listen to me while they're looking at the word, so they can make the connection between the oral word, the audio, and the visual. So that was the first thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to help my students with pronunciation, so I decided to use the tool Adobe Pro, and then in a second I'm going to show you what is that I did with that. The other thing that I wanted to do for my online students was to create that sense of community, of I care, I am there, there's a presence. I'm not just a name out there online, but I am present. So I wanted to create more communication and feedback, so the tool that I used was a video recording program called Screencast. So that's the second tool that I'm going to be talking about today. All right, so the first tool with Adobe Pro, what I wanted to do again is help my students with the pronunciation of some words. So I was going to record my voice and add it as a comment, as a PDF file in a PDF document. So the first thing that I did is I created a document. So I created just a Word document. In this case, I am doing the colors in Spanish. And you have the labels there. You can see the colors. They can see the spelling in Spanish. So once I have my Word document done with my picture, with everything, sometimes you can just take a snap something, I don't know what it's called, but just like a picture of your text. And the second thing that I did was just save it as a PDF file using Adobe Pro. And Adobe Pro, the cool thing about it is that it lets you insert audio comments into your document. So on the very top, right top corner, if you click on Documents, there's that little item there that lets you record a voice, audio links. Then you click on it, and then you can either record your voice just by clicking on the record button, or you can upload your recording if you have it already saved somewhere else. And then that little icon will appear, and that just says that that is an audio link. So then, of course, my document is going to look at the end like this. So my students, when they click on the little icon right next to verde, they're going to be able to hear my words saying, or my voice saying verde and pronouncing it. So they can make the connections between the audio and the visual, the spelling and how it sounds and how it's pronounced. So I did a lot of these documents just to help them with the pronunciation, but this could be used for many things. For example, if a student turns in a little paper or a little summary or something, instead of typing everything in, you could just record your voice saying, "Good job, Sarah," you know, or "You need to change this and that." Anyway, so again, you can record your voice to make comments. So then I thought of other disciplines. What other disciplines would benefit from this tool and this feature? I immediately thought of maybe in a history class or a humanities class, if you give them, the students, a name of words that they might not know how to pronounce necessarily, you could make a list of pronunciation. Or in mathematics, we all know that mathematics sometimes could seem a little bit like a foreign language. So you could have a list of words on one side, maybe you can have a picture on the other side and just label what all of these words are and how to pronounce them. In science, of course, for example, I just thought of the Greek alphabet and how to pronounce those. Or specifically in medical terminology classes, most of these words they might know, but if they don't, you could use a PDF file like this just to kind of give them a little review of the vocabulary words that they have learned in a chapter and how to pronounce them. So these are some of the uses of the Adobe Pro for to write comments. And one of the good things that I liked about this is that they get used to hearing my voice. And again, I'm building the presence in my online class. The other tool that I wanted to talk about is using Screencast as a form of video communication and to give feedback. Again, sometimes the students think that if they just get emails back and forth, yes, the presence is there, but when you record a video, sometimes it's much better because, again, they get to hear your voice, they get to see you. If you record yourself in the video. So Screencast is a very cool program as well. Right now, I think there is a free version of it that you can use for 15-minute long videos. You can make free videos for 15 minutes, and I think they're unlimited how many videos you can make of those 15. But if you want to use Screencast for a whole year, it's only $15. So sometimes in some of the labs it's available, or you could use ask a dean or someone, or just pay it out of pocket. It's pretty affordable to have access to this this program. And I just wanted to show, I'm going to show in a second how to use Screencast, but just to show you a little video of what is that I did with this. So one of the things that I do for my online classes is right before an exam, I do many things with this Screencast, but right before the exams, I record a video, I give them a review for the exam, and then I record a video of me going over the answers of the review. So it's pretty pretty much an online class by all means, because I am just doing everything and showing them how to do everything. So that is what I have here as an example. This is one of the reviews for the first exam for Spanish 1, and my students will have this video that I recorded, and they will be able to hear me. I am going to mute it so I can keep talking. And as you can see, when I'm moving my mouse, it kind of follows along, and I can highlight things, I could type things up, I can tell them where to go. So it's really interactive, and I really like using that because they can actually see and follow along with me. And in this video, again, I could just highlight some things that I want them to know, or just going over the whole all the answers. Now this video is kind of long, almost the 15 minutes. So this is just one way of using, and it keeps going on and on. Anyway, so this is just one way of using Screencast to just record short videos. But not only that, for online students, we also have, you can record yourself actually going over like difficult topics. For example, there are some specific grammatical topics in my class that I know that I'm going to have to explain in many different ways. So I wanted to show you something real quick and how to use that Screencast. So what I'm doing here is I just open a Word document. I just put hola in there, but obviously you're going to have many other things going on in your Word document. And I am going to open my Screencast, and I'm going to record. Well, the first thing is it asks you if you want to just record your screen, if you want your webcam, or if you want both. If you want both, I don't know if the camera is here, but if it's connected, which is fine, but if your camera is connected, it should your face should be here, so they can also see you at the same time as you're recording something. And again, it's really nice because it creates that sense of presence in the online classroom. So if I were ready to start recording, I will click on record, and then it would give me a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then I can start recording there. So anyway, and then you save it, and then you can put it wherever you want, upload it on Canvas or whatever it is. So that is one use. Sorry. Let me just click out of this. All right, so that is one example that I use Screencast for, but again, I use it for many other things. Another use that I use Screencast is I say there for feedback. Well, sometimes my students would ask me, or they would submit an assignment on Canvas, and sometimes it's really hard, especially with foreign languages, to tell them in writing or in an email, no, this is pronounced a different way, no, you misspelled this. So sometimes it's just easier to say it out loud instead of just writing on an email. So I also record videos just to give them feedback. I said, no, this is how you pronounce it, or this is how it's spelled, or the problem is you didn't put the accent mark, and this is how you do it. So I also use Screencast to give them feedback. But not only that, also to communicate with them. Sometimes they send me an email and they ask me something, and instead of writing the email, which would take me, 2 seconds, I record a short video of me talking to them, and they feel like they're FaceTime with me, with the phones. So again, it's that whole thing of creating a community and creating that idea of teacher presence, that I am there, that I'm just not a name or a picture that they saw on Canvas, but that I'm there. So again, these 2 tools that I found have really helped me build that engagement in the classroom. They have helped me promote the creating the content within the classroom specifically for my discipline. But I think these 2 tools could be definitely used for many other disciplines and other areas throughout all the disciplines that we teach. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if you have any questions for me. Yes. Mm-hmm. With Adobe Pro, first Adobe Pro records the audio comments in a very low quality, trying to save as much space as possible, so the quality is a little grainy, even if you have the best equipment. So that's one thing that is very low quality, so that is good. I don't create these audio recordings for every single thing. I try to do just the main things that I want them to listen to what I'm saying. Other things that I could do is I could just send them to them via email. They're not large files, because really those files of me saying verde or like the colors is very short. You know, it's specific for just vocabulary words, how to pronounce certain things. The videos could get much larger, definitely. So those I post on Canvas or I send through an email. But I haven't had a problem running out of space with videos. Yeah. Anything else for me? Yes. It depends. It depends, because sometimes if they submit an assignment through Canvas, I could just, as a comment, attach a video. I know that Canvas already has that capability of doing that. So I could do it like that. Sometimes with the feedback, if they're doing something on the homework, I just send them feedback through email or through something else. So the feedback could be through Canvas or through email or any other way. Yeah. I definitely think so, because of the following. I always get really good reactions of students saying, I loved that video that you posted. I love that I could hear your voice, because they don't know exactly what's going on, or they have a question and they send me an email and they say, Miss Maria, how do you pronounce this? And I send them a video or a short something. They immediately say, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Sometimes even reviewing the exams, they take the exams and they can see the right answers after the due date, but they want to go over them and they're like, but why? I see what the right answer is, but I don't understand why. Well, most students, I tell them, if you have a chance, stop by my office. I'll be happy to explain things to you, but this is online teaching, so sometimes we have students that are not in the Tallahassee area and they can't come to my office hours, so I just record a video of me going over the answers with them, or not with them, just opening the exam and saying, well, you answered this, but blah, blah, blah. So it is really just a mini tutor session. Obviously, it's a one-way because I'm recording the video and I don't have the interaction with the student. But based on that, I get really good feedback from them saying that really makes sense. And I tell them at the end of the video, I said, if this makes sense, please let me know. If you need anything else, we can just set up a Skype or a phone call conversation, whatever it is. But it really helps them seeing it and hearing me going over things. It is different than just reading an email and just saying, the subject pronoun should agree with the verb and the endings and blah, blah, blah. You're like, what is she talking about? But when I highlight things in red or I point it out, it just helps them. So, and not only that, I'm going to say that I did go into Rate My Professors and look at the rates. And some people on Rate My Professor, they say she has the coolest videos, and maybe they didn't say the coolest videos, maybe I added that word, but she said there were a couple of them that said she has really nice videos that explain how to do things, and they're really helpful. So to me, that's all I needed to know. If that helps, you know, I'll keep doing them. And I don't do every single day a video. But another thing I was going to say, another video that I do is on my Canvas, and I can show you real quick. But on my Canvas, I have let's see. FL.edu. Oh, I don't know the address. I'm assuming there's a shortcut, right? But no, I'm doing the long way. I'm saying, yeah, I was already in it. I think that's my password. So what I do is the first day, I record a video of me navigating the class and telling them where to go, where to find information. So my actual home page is, this is how to get started. This is me going over the syllabus, so they don't even have to read it. They just have to follow along with me looking at the video. And I show them a video on how to register to Connect, which is where they do their homework. So it is a different thing from, this is from the publisher of our textbook, so obviously they might not be very familiarized with Connect, but if I show them a video and I said, okay, you click here, you put your email here, and it's really just like 2 minutes going over that. So it's pretty cool, and then they don't have necessarily so many else. Oh, sorry. Let me get the volume down. I'm just going to click somewhere in the middle to show. So I tell them, go ahead and put your email here, go ahead and click here, and this is what it looks like. So it reduces the amount of emails I get saying, where do I go? Because I don't know where to click. So when I'm showing them, not click here, just put your email. No, go ahead and here. You see, this is what it looks like. You can click here and click here. This is your textbook. So it actually helps them kind of get more familiarized with how to navigate certain things. And also in this video I show them where I put everything on Canvas and how to access the modules and where to find the reviews and things like that. So it helps me for many things, I guess.